Good morning, pilgrims on stage 3 of the Camino Portuguese. Oh man, today is gonna be the start of the rainy season. As far as the weather app goes, it just shows rain. So, I guess we're gonna have to deal with it, but that's how it goes, of course. We're here next to the train station. We have to get over this overpass. And this is the last chance to get the train because today we're gonna be walking away from it. We have a long 33-kilometer day that we know for a fact is gonna turn out to be longer than that. And the worst part about it is that like 75% of the whole stage, the second part, there's zero support, not even water. So I just had my breakfast at this cafe that's right next to the station, and I had an omelet with ham and cheese. It was actually a sandwich when it came out, and of course the café con leche. At the burger last night, I had a great night's sleep because I took 2 NyQuils just so that I can pass out. And then this morning, I woke up with a stuffy nose. This is the second time this year that I travel and I catch the flu at the airport, I guess. So I'm gonna have to start traveling with a mask. Yes, it's COVID time again. So yeah, let's go ahead and say goodbye to Azambuja and head over to Santarém. It's 8 o'clock. Let's head out. But first, what's the weather forecast for today? Like if I don't know.
In Azambuja, Portugal, it's currently cloudy and 18 degrees Celsius, 64 degrees Fahrenheit, with 97% humidity. Today, expect a high of 23 degrees Celsius, 73 degrees Fahrenheit, and a low of 16 degrees Celsius, 61 degrees Fahrenheit, with precipitation chances increasing throughout the day, reaching 92% by evening.
All right, now that we got that out of the way and we have left the town behind, we're gonna be walking next to canals today. We're actually heading to the river. I think the same river that we've been following over the last couple of days, the Tagus River. There's a town there called Balada, that has a few cafes and a supermarket. It is Saturday, so everything should be open today. Tomorrow is gonna be a different story. That's where I'm heading. It's like 3 hours from here. Once I get there, should be around 11 in the morning. I can resupply, maybe get a couple of fruits, maybe get a small sandwich, have my coffee, fill up my water bottle, and then head out into that long stretch. Sort of like on the Camino Frances, when you're leaving Carrión de los Condes and you had that 17-kilometer stretch. They now has a food truck, but imagine it wasn't there like back in a few years back. So it's sort of like the same situation. Not raining yet. Actually, the sky is looking not bad at all. Let's see if it holds. Fingers crossed. So far, so good. We have walked, let's see, 6.5 kilometers. It is 9:30 in the morning. We have traded the canals for this backcountry road with a little bit of traffic, but not too bad. We got agricultural fields as far as the eyes can see. I saw some tomatoes back there. There's a little bit of a mist right now that's being carried by the wind. So yes, I think it is time to take out the first line of defense, which is my umbrella, right there. Second line will be the poncho, and if it's really raining, then I'll put on my waterproof socks, just so that my feet are not soaking wet by the time I make it to the hostel today. Oh man, I thought I was gonna escape it for a while there, but it's so windy that you can see the sky changing every like 10 minutes. We had the sun out for a second, patches of blue skies, but right now it's completely overcast. So I'm getting the feeling that within the next hour, it may start to rain. So let's just try to gain as much ground as I can before that happens. I mean, I don't know how much it's gonna rain. It could be a light rain, moderate. I don't think it's gonna be heavy. If it's heavy, well, I got no choice. There's no train today. The train is all the way over there right now. Oh, look at that. It's passing, perfect timing. But I can't show it to you because it's too far away and it's already gone. But you do have that option. The town where we're heading today, so today's day 3. What's it called? Santarém? Something like that. It's a major town, historic town. By the way, it's flat until we get like a couple of kilometers before it. Then we gotta climb about 100 meters. The first climb of the trip. That is the town where the Camino is gonna split. If you make a left turn, you can go to Fatima, which I wish I could have done it. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. I always wanted to go to Fatima. And to start in Lisbon, go to Fatima, then Porto, Santiago. It makes total sense. But I could not find, at the last minute, because I planned this very last minute, I could not find all the accommodations in that route. So I'm gonna just stick to the official path. And maybe later on in life, I do the Camino Frances again. For some reason, I've done it so many times, but if I do it again, or maybe I do the Norte, then I'll make my way down as many people do. Many people get to Santiago and then they make a left turn and they head down south to Fatima. And that sounds like a plan. Yes, it does. So stay tuned. That may be coming down the pipeline a couple of years down the line. Who knows? I don't plan that far ahead, but it just feels right. All right, let me take out the umbrella because the camera is just completely wet right now. And I can't have gear failure out here. No, sir. Even though I have redundancy, I already lost my main vlogging camera. It's probably sitting there at that park in Lisbon 2 nights already without me. I know. We both miss each other. All right, enough of that. Let's continue. Did I mention that it was gonna rain today? Well, it happened just as it was expected. And it's not such a light rain, it's kind of like medium. I can feel my pants are getting wet and my socks are a little bit damp. So that means that by the time I make it to the next town, which is a few kilometers away, it will be time to switch socks. Did I mention that this vlog and the entire series is brought to you by the Pan American College Fund, uniting the Americans one student at a time. Thank you so much, Todd, for having me here, for supporting the channel. Oh man, you know how it goes. It's one of those days, but it's gonna get better for sure. Even if it rains all the way to Porto, I'm always a half full glass kind of guy. So we'll find the best in a bad situation. But that's not gonna happen. Of course not, right? Right? Well guys, a little progress report. We have already covered 14 kilometers on today's stage. It's been raining like crazy, but I've been walking with my 2 Italian friends, Marta and Antonio, the Cameli. It's only us 3 out here so far. And since we're staying at the same places, we kind of moving about in a group. So in the town just before this one, I would say about a kilometer before, we saw a bar that was not on Google Maps. So I went in, that's where I took off all my rain gear. It was raining so hard. I changed socks. Yes, I did. My socks were so wet. And I took out my waterproof ones. I'm giving them a try. They feel so comfortable. Over there, I had coffee and sparkling water. And then once it stopped raining, we headed out. That's when Antonio joined us and we walked into this town together. Came here to this bar behind me and I had lunch. It is 12 o'clock right now, so I had a ham and cheese sandwich with a Coca-Cola, and then Antonio invited me to cool espresso macchiato. So from this point on, there's no support. We have What is it? Let's do a little bit of math. We have 16, 19 kilometers to go. So we're good. I already had lunch. I got water. I got everything that I need. All I want is for the rain to stop. Right now it's not raining, but it's gonna happen. Yes, sir. We're heading to the same town, to the same albergue, and the locals here are so friendly. You know, I'm getting by speaking Spanish and Google Translate. It seems to be working so far. And yeah, let's take it from here. Andiamo. There they are. They left me, as people usually do, and then I had to catch up to them. Ooh, cold breeze. I love it. All right, guys, progress report. It's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We have already walked 27 kilometers, meaning that we still got 5 more to go. My God, I'm feeling it. Yes, I am. There's a town up there. You can see it. It feels like it's right there, but it is 5 kilometers away, and we have that 100 meter of elevation gain at the end of the day, which it always, when it happens at the end, it feels like double. I haven't been filming much, not because it's raining, but because I'm getting to know my family, my 2 Italian friends, Antonio and Marta. Antonio is from Sicily. He doesn't speak English nor Spanish. He only speaks Italian. But Marta is from a town very close to Venice, and she does speak English, so she kind of translates. She's the middleman. And we're just talking about, you know, the typical Camino chit chat at the beginning. Why are you doing it? This, where are you from? You know how it goes. But we're clicking, and it feels like we're all gonna walk together all the way to Porto. They're gonna continue on. I'm gonna, go to Spain. So this is gonna be pretty cool that the 3 of us are gonna make it there together, and let's see who else joins the family. Because we already know that in this town, many people come from Lisbon to here. And this is also, as I mentioned before, the split to Fatima. So we'll see. Maybe things are about to change. The landscape has changed. I would now want to be out here on a really hot, sunny day because there's hardly any shade at all on this station. It's a long one. 33 kilometers with no shade. And let's say 30 degrees Celsius. Oh, man. It will be brutal. I'm so glad that it stopped raining. I actually just changed my socks because the waterproof socks, they're extra thick. So my feet were starting to sweat and they were getting hot. And I don't want to get any blisters out here. Of course not. And I put my wet socks back on. Even though they're wet, I don't mind it. I'm used to walking with wet socks all the time. And I don't get blisters that way. Right now, my feet are nice and cool. I feel like I just dipped them in cold water. Okay? See you in a little bit. Oh man, let me just put myself together, contemplate my life choices. My God, what a day, what a day. Long, long, My feet are on fire. I'm here at this hostel, modern. This is not Pilgrim at all, just a regular hostel. But we're staying here in this room, just the two of us. And I think it has to be that we've been walking on asphalt all day and with wet shoes, because I have done long stages on the Via de la Plata. Like I did doing a 40-kilometer day over there was normal, and I have not felt like today in a very long time. Made it here at 5:30 in the afternoon after walking 33 kilometers. Yes, there's a Peruvian restaurant downstairs, and you better believe it that I'm gonna eat Peruvian, because I'm not leaving this place. I'm not walking anymore. There's my little bunk bed with light. I have a locker. I got everything here. I don't know about laundry. Laundry's gonna be tricky. Maybe I can set it up in a corner over here. Yes, I had to do laundry. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been wearing the same shirt every day for the third day in a row, because I'm trying something new. I'm trying to see if I can pull it off with just one set of hiking clothes. It's gonna be hard. I have my backup. We'll see how it goes. All right. Shower time, then I need a massage with my little massage ball. Today is gonna do the trick. All right, guys, now that I have taken my shower and I feel anew, my God, what a day. Just completely destroyed. I got my little massage with the ball. I've been like limping all over the hostel. And it just so happens that there's a Peruvian restaurant in the first floor. So I decided, let's just go over there and have some lomo saltado, which is what I order. Of course, let me backtrack a little bit. I got some sparkling water and Estrella Galicia, because this is like a fusion place. They don't have Cusqueña in there. That's the Peruvian beer. And it came with garlic and butter spread. It also came with some cured ham. Sort of reminds me of when I was in Andalusia with, jamón ibérico, but not quite. It was still delicious. And then the lomo saltado came, and it was just meat with fries. There was no rice in there, but still was delicious. I had coffee at the end, as I usually do, and it was a little bit expensive. It came out to be 32 euros and 88 cents, and that's including a 20% discount that I got on a voucher that they gave me at the hostel. It's good. It doesn't matter. Let's go into today's daily cost breakdown. So breakfast was 5.20, 5 euros and 20 cents. For a sandwich and coffee, not bad at all. Then I had two snacks. The first one was the coffee with the sparkling water, and then when I got here to the albergue, I decided to go to the vending machine and get a soda and some sweet, because I was just starving. And then lunch was 3.40. I mean, for a sandwich, that's not too bad at all. Dinner was 32.88, and the hostel 30 euros. So overall, it came out to be 76.93. So I went past the daily budget, but I've been under for the last couple of days. So in the end, it always balances out. Let's see the troll angel of the day today. Who's it gonna be? Robin Campbell. Thank you so much for that donation. And tomorrow is gonna be interesting, because tomorrow the time changes. So meaning that the sunrise is gonna be at 6:45, and the sunset, I guess it will be like at 5:30, maybe 6 at the latest. So everything shift except for the time when the place is open. Not a single bar here is going to open before 8 a.m. So I'm just going to have breakfast from the vending machine. And then in the next town, which is 10 kilometers away, so that's about 2.5 hours, I'll probably be there around 9:30. That's where I have my breakfast. So it's not gonna rain tomorrow. That's the good news. It's gonna rain overnight, and it's starting to get cold. I think sooner rather than later, I'm gonna have to start taking out at least my puffy jacket at night when I'm hanging around and doing the closing as I am doing it right now. Excited, huh? I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow, bright and early, as always. See ya.